And we are live.
We didn't put that we were live. Hi everyone, this is Ultra Podcast.
Oh, that's your fault,
Z.
Manuel.
Damn, the rudeness is starting early. Who are you, Nyaru? I'm quitting that shit.
Wow. This
Oh,
fucking
God.
guy.
No, I kid. Or do I? I don't know. Why did I do that?
Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Hold on. I'm not gonna lie. The only reason I said that because we usually don't have audio when we start, and I want to see if we're okay.
We do have audio, Manuel. I checked it.
Of course, the one time I decided to be like super edgy, we have audio. Well, I don't think anyone heard that. I'm gonna cut that out of the YouTube. Wait, did someone hear that? Oh, okay.
Leslie probably. He redeemed a scratch.
Manuel. Also, the guy that also doesn't want to fucking over here doesn't want to out him. Doesn't want to say anything. Still fucking says it. Hey, why doesn't this light work?
Is it plugged in?
It is. Oh! I didn't turn it on.
That generally helps, Warren.
It's funny because
I love you guys.
This is my mild pet peeve about me. This is Manuel's weekly meme that he hates. I've mentioned in the past I really hate the Final Fantasy X-2 meme where it talks about Yuna being everyone's favorite pop star, and I'm like, guys, that wasn't Yuna in that scene. If you played the game, you would know that. It's literally the first scene of the game. That's LeBlanc. That's the reason why Riku and Pain are gonna fight her in that scene. Anyway, my current meme that bothers me is when everyone's pointing out the Final Destination thing with the logs about driving behind the car that has logs. And I'm like, has anyone... Okay. Maybe you just watched that clip somewhere, but I really doubt that everyone saw Final Destination 2, because that's where that scene's from, not Final Destination 1.
I watched Final Destination 2. That thing scared me. That scared me as a child.
My favorite one, by the way, I think it's part 5, fun fact. Because in part 5, I don't remember how the fuck the death scene is. I think it has to do with the bridge failing. But in part 5, that's the one where like this chick is on a gymnast pole or whatever you call that, like the thing you do, like the flippy things, you know, where you like flip and like curve your body up, and she like slips and falls and like crushes herself. It's the craziest thing. It's great. 10 out of 10 would watch again. Also, that's the one where this like swarmy dude tries to go to an Asian massage place, and he thinks he's gonna like, you know, fuck someone there because he's a racist, and he ends up getting acupuncture done to him, and he hates it, of course, because he's an asshole. And in his death scene, he falls, and all the needles actually go into him, and that doesn't kill him. That just really hurts him. And it's funny because it's like I love when the Final Destination movies do this, where they kind of like fuck with you about how the death's gonna come, because that one.
Well, there's hell times where someone's about to fucking die, and you're just like.
And then something else happens. None of the shit you were wondering, you thought, because the room's on fire, this dude's bleeding everywhere. You think that's gonna kill him, but then like a Buddha statue falls on his head, which is also kind of racist. But yeah, a Buddha statue falls on his head and crushes him. Apparently, everyone in Final Destination is made of jelly because they just crush really easily.
I mean, we are just bags of meat. Can you imagine that? That's like that. You know, this reminds me of when we were watching Nope. Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't spoil it.
Yeah, that just came out. I want to see it.
Wait, what?
Also, Manuel, that is Final Destination 5.
Oh, it is Final Destination 5?
I have not.
Wait, what just came out? What are we saying?
Nope.
What's everyone talking about? I don't know. Oh, you know what did just...
The new Jordan Peele movie?
Oh, Nope?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch that one too. It's funny because that's not what I was thinking in my head. By the way, I guess we'll jump into what we're watching or whatever. Because I've been watching a lot of... I actually been watching American Horror Story 1984 because I never finished watching that one when it came out.
Is that which season 2?
No, 84 is season 10 or 9. I forget which one it is, but it's the most recent one before all the double feature and the stories. It was
the
last
one after the Trump one, right?
Yes, It was Trump. No, it was Trump. Then it was Apocalypse, and then it was 84. And 84 is one where it takes place in 1984, and it's about like
watch it.
it's about like a camp with like serial killers. Like Richard Ramirez is in it. There's like Richard Ramirez is actually a main character, like the fucking Night Stalker. But
It is Series 9, Manuel.
which is insane that Richard Ramirez is in it. Apparently, this did cause a lot of flack because he only died kind of recently. Like, it's so weird to have a real person all up in there. But what upsets me about this show is, you know how all the seasons are connected?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is kind of a spoiler. I guess it isn't, but like this one's not connected. And not only is it not connected, but there's no way it's happening in like our timeline, like as in like our 1984. Because they kill I'm not making this up. This is how stupid the plot is. They kill Kaja Gugu, you know, the band that dude was in who did the Never Ending Story theme song.
Huh.
They kill the band, and I'm like, you can't kill that band. They're
Oh.
real.
It's almost like this is a work of fiction that doesn't have to take place in reality.
I mean, and also Richard Ramirez, he escapes from prison after he gets arrested. Like, but and on every other American Horror Story, you can assume that maybe this happened and we just don't know. You know what I mean? But this one, no. We would know if they fucking killed them all. We would know because when Stranger Things came out, he wouldn't be around to be like, hey, it's cool. My song's the #1 hit. You know.
And, you know, at that point, you would have been dead for what, 40 something years, or I guess 30 something years.
Oh yeah, but it's a good season. It's all right. I mentioned this earlier, but I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem Warriors, and I basically been cheating in the game by like giving myself a lot of like gifts using amiibos, and I'll turn that on.
How's that cheating?
See, I don't think it's cheating because it's a.
You can time travel while doing it.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you heard that part. Like I put the calendar back like a month, and then I go back to today.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. You are a cheater now.
It takes a while. It takes about like, well, it depends how far back you go, obviously, but it could take.
May I use the bathroom really quick?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, talk.
And I watched a lot of 1984 when that happened. When I was doing that, and that's my way to pass the time. It's a fast-moving season. It's funny because I swear I should use the Wayback Machine and check, but I swear that when the season was running, because you know all shows take that break in the middle, I could have sworn that the show was getting bad reviews, which is why it's like the last one that's like that. That's a full season like that. Because they changed the format ever since. But when I look now, apparently it was one of the better received ones. And I'm like, wait, what happened? And I think that it's only because like people like the second half better, which admittedly is a lot better. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Like I was saying earlier, I watched it as it was coming out because I think they would stream it on Hulu.
FX on Hulu.
Yeah, they would stream it on
Sponsor us,
Hulu
Disney.
as it came up. And oh yeah, it is Disney owned now. The fuck, they own everything. But it would stream on Hulu, and after the first 2 episodes, I'm like, okay, it's too connected. Like the whole first part of the show is like one night. It's like watching a really long Friday 13th movie or something like that. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait till this is done. And then when it was done, was like at the height of the pandemic when I finally got around to watching it, and then I just didn't. But yeah, do you watch American Horror Story, JD?
No, I did not. My mother, however, did. And she loved it. I think she made it up to Apocalypse. I don't know if she had watched 1984.
Apocalypse has a very famous line where like it's very early on, so this is really a spoiler about like who dies because this is like the first episode. I won't say the specifics what happened.
Warren, did you ditch us to get Nick Clare?
Yep. I went to I took a pee really fast and then came and grabbed a donut.
You have enough for everyone?
I know we all need donuts.
Actually, you. I bought a dozen.
Have you seen those memes? Well, it's not a meme. It's like
Here,
it's
Manuel.
a popular.
No, this is Aldo Homo. Here you go. Oh yeah.
In and
Here
out,
you
in
go,
and
here you
out,
go,
all the way
JD.
back.
Have some too.
Nom 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 nom.
All right.
But there's a TikTok trend. I don't know if you call it that. There's a video that went viral on TikTok where this dude. It started with this one dude. How like I'm not sure if it's staged or not. Honestly, it didn't look staged, except that someone was filming it. But it was like a real fight where like some woman was yelling at like her child's fathers. One of them obviously is the whole point of the story because he only got food for for his kid and not for her other
Oh.
like four.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a whole thing right now. If you're on social media,
Wait,
that's a whole thing
did
right
you?
now. People like talking. About
We didn't
that.
talk about this before, right? I think this was
No.
messaging me and Leslie because I think Leslie told me about this, and I was like, "Well, technically, he doesn't." I was like, "This."
I mean, yeah, for the record, that's my view too. It's like, but it's funny because one of the very first responses to it that I saw was like what apparently what most people do, and I'm not gonna lie, I would probably do this too if it was my kid. Just take the kid out to like, hey, come with me real fast. Go to the car or something like that. Here, eat it. And I think it's happened before. That not this. I'm not. I don't come from a broken home, by the way. I mean, not to say that's a bad thing. I'm just saying I don't. But like, there've been times that I've gone with one parent or anyone, a family member or something like that, and they'll buy me food, but not everyone else. It's like, here, eat it before you get to the house. You know, so that they don't. That happens all the time.
No.
It's like, eat it fast.
Yeah, it happens all the time. We're just like, I was like, we go get some boba, and I'm just like, all right, man, I do have enough money for this, but I ain't paying for everybody. He's like, all right, so just me and my little brother. We went to Costco, and we got the Costco like ice, like these ice creams, and the kids are like, where's ours? And we're just like, oh, should have came with us.
Yeah, that's kind of me. That's a little different. Oh, JD, I'm not gonna buy you any food. It's funny I say that, even as a joke, but I think I fed JD at least twice at AX accidentally by like giving him my. Huh?
Oh, just giving me your leftovers.
Well, they weren't even leftovers. They were literally. I guess it's still leftover, but it was like food I didn't eat, but I ordered. But it wasn't like food I touched and didn't finish. It's like food I didn't eat, like that salad.
Yeah,
which I regretted.
JD
He fed you.
Remember the whole entire popcorn, and I fucking ate like the other half of it that you didn't eat.
Yeah,
hey, that means JD fed your ass
I went
too.
to see those movies that are reviewed for the website. Please check them out at www.a2jconnections.com.
Oh yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been watching. Did you see the new Lord of the Rings trailer?
No, I did
not.
Am
I the only one who watched it? Okay.
I didn't even know. I was at Comic-Con, but I wasn't at Comic-Con to do Comic-Con shit.
I know that, like, first of all, it literally is on every Comic-Con badge. The Lord of the Rings of Power.
Yeah, actually they did, yeah. Ours had said, like, the Rings of Power, and my shirt is too small for my nipples to be covered.
Is that Stranger Things? Oh, no.
Bonded Blood.
That's so
Manuel.
I did the thing on accident. That was not fake, by the way. I did the meme. I see a metal logo. I'm like, is that Stranger Things? I really
wow, it's like the one anti-boomer moment Manuel's ever had.
It does look like a straight. It does. Okay. In my defense,
like if it was like this.
It looks like the Stranger Things logo. That's what I meant. Like not a metal logo
it's like this, right? Entirely in red. Yes, Manuel.
Yes,
that's about all.
Red letters. Exactly. Red
and then there's
letters,
2 lines.
Yes. It looks like Stranger Things. Anyway.
All right, I'll give you that. But I did not. No, I haven't. I have not.
So, just to cut to the chase, it actually looks really good. My one little gripe, and it's actually not even that big of a gripe. It just, and honestly, they might even fix this before it comes out, is that they showed some of the fight scenes, like some of the battles, and I don't know if it's unfinished CGI or if they just don't have the budget, or if they're not Marvel, like overworking the people, like crazy. But like the fights look so small. Like, I mean,
like what? Like 10 people instead of a whole war's going on. They only have 10 dudes fighting.
It's kind of realistic. It's just like maybe 50 to 100 versus 50 to 100, as opposed to like
thousands.
Lord of the Rings. Yes. And for the record, like the books do mention giant numbers too. Well, not all of them. Actually, these parts aren't even based on any book particularly, but still. it looks like I'm like, surely they're gonna fix that, right? Because that looks weird. I guess that one dude is like gonna be a star. Is the star of the show? I'm confused who the show's about because I thought it was gonna be about that girl hobbit from the first trailer who I barely saw in this trailer.
Maybe it's about a group of people, Manuel, like like a group of people that comes together for one reason. What would you call that? A fellowship?
By the way, I said this before, but that scene in the Fellowship of the Ring bothers me in the movie because the reason they're called the Fellowship of the Ring, and the book literally says this, like Elrond says this, like word for well, not word for word. I'm quote paraphrasing here, but he basically says like, oh, you guys are going in the same direction. Go forth together and let no oath bind you. I think that's like that part like a direct quote, like let no oath bind you. They're a fellowship, and that's why in the movie it bothers me because what do? Like, you have my sword, you have my axe, you have my bow, whatever the fuck, like sure
they're not supposed to be bound. Then
that's the whole. I mean, it's in the and then Elrond still like because fucking Peter Jackson has a hard on for like saying the title in the fucking movies, and each movie has the line, and he's like, "You shall be the Fellowship of the Ring."
Of the Ring.
And then
Manuel's like, son of a.
I'm not even exaggerating. I was like probably like four.
Are you mad?
Yeah, I remember I was like in 8th or 9th grade. I went to go see the movie at a midnight showing, and this was not a thing that had really happened back then. Like this was very unusual. There was only one theater showing it, like as in like one theater in my area, and only one theater in that theater was showing it. This changed for when Two Towers came out. It was like a much bigger deal. But when I went to go see it at midnight, and I'm sitting in the theater when that scene happened, I literally was like, like upset at like 2 a.m. or whatever time it was, upset that they had an oath in it. Still pissed to this day. Anyway,
maybe it wasn't okay. It wasn't an oath. They're just saying, "Yo, bro, you have I got your back.
I will
homie,
assist you for some period of time."
Yeah,
Manuel, the best I could find on a short notice for that actual quote is, "No oath or bond is laid on you to go further than you will." Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes. And like, see, that's what I'm saying.
Go further than you will.
The whole like literally, that's the whole point. They're not because the movie. I guess the movie had to do a shorthand because like, why else would they be going together? Like they don't want it because I think not to get too deep in too murky here, but I think what's his face? Gimli was going to the fucking the dwarven mines or the fucking Moria. I think he was going to Moria, if I'm not mistaken. What's his face was going back to like those Mirkwood. Legolas was going back to Mirkwood, and then obviously everyone else. Boromir was going back to Gondor, and then everyone else was going to Mordor. And Gandalf, I guess, was either going with them or Gondor. I don't know if he said, but yeah. So like the others were just gonna split up.
But everyone was just chilling. They're just like, yeah, we'll go as far as quite literally go. Was it go as far as you will?
As you will. That reminds me of that line from Princess Bride. Was it "As You Wish"? Is that what it is?
Yes.
As You Wish. That's a good movie. Are they remaking that? I could have sworn they're remaking that. Please don't do that, people. Whoever's doing it, please don't do it.
They're remaking.
I believe there were like rumors swirling of a remake, but if they do that, they have to have Ben Savage come back, and now he's the grandfather or the grandpa reading it. But oh wait, no, he just got kicked off the Wonder Years because of inappropriate stuff. Whereas
I was gonna say,
Ben throw him through a sheet of glass again. Yeah,
Oops.
I forgot about that.
Oops. What the hell, man? What are you doing, Ben Savage? You fucking creep.
No, not.
Huh?
Not Ben, the other one, right?
Oh, Fred. Sorry, it is Fred.
Yes. Ben's the one who throws him should throw him through another window, or I guess like painted glass for that.
Yeah, Ben Savage is Boy Meets World. Sorry, Mr. Savage. Stop being brothers in real life.
This guy says stop being brothers in real life.
Anyways, Lord of the Rings thing real fast. It's a good trailer. It looks good. I'm actually excited for it. There's a black dwarf in it. There's a
But then everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, why are there black dwarves?" Or wasn't it black elf too?
Okay, that's the thing. Now the elf, and I mentioned this the last time I saw the trailer. I think it's kind of racist that people who are even defending it, like, no, it's fine. There's black elves. That's not a black elf. I mentioned before. He's Puerto Rican. Like, I guess you could still be black and Puerto Rican, but his name is like a very Hispanic sounding name. I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure that dude's just like no, he's Mexican. He's Puerto Rican. It's like, stop being, he's not black to begin with. Y'all are being weirdly double racist there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone's upset. And I think I even looked up when I was trying to find the trailer on YouTube, because I don't ask me why I want to look for the whole thing on YouTube and not just go to Amazon. I mean to Prime Video. But when I was looking it up on YouTube, the first hits, even for me, and I don't like look for this kind of shit, the first hits for me were like, white Tolkien fans hate Rings of Power. And I'm like, gosh, everyone's just fucking
already.
No, and it's funny because like,
not even out yet.
Yeah, and let's be real, when all you're basing it on is like the trailer that you're watching, which even until 2 days ago did not have actual plot footage, and even that kind of doesn't. You're just being racist. Like, at that point, you're being racist because all you saw a brown person and a black person. You're all flip a table,
and they're like, "Why do we have to have color people in here?"
Anyway, it looks good, and oh, that's what it was. There was a black hobbit, and I was like, "Oh, there's a black hobbit, and then there's a black dwarf queen. I think she might be an elf. I think she's supposed to be a dwarf, but she looked tall." On the Wikipedia, it says there's a black dwarf queen. I don't know if it's a different character, but there was another black character who might have been an elf because she looked as tall as Galadriel. Anyway, or not Galadriel. Actually, it is Galadriel. It's young Galadriel. Even though I don't know if the show knows this, but they even call her young Galadriel, I think, in the credits, like on the Wikipedia.
Young.
She wouldn't be young because she wouldn't.
She's already.
She would have stopped aging by that point.
Right.
Wouldn't she still be like a couple thousand years old or something?
Yeah, she would already be thousands of years old. She would be like 2,000 or 3,000. It's funny, not to get too like nerdy here, but like,
Manuel, you're hosting a podcast online.
You're talking about San Diego Comic Con.
This is turning into the really nerd Lord of the Rings thing. But like, Galadriel actually is one of the first elves who left like the. There was this war with the guy who was like Sauron's master. Her name was Morgoth. And the elves went to war with him first, like way back in the beginning of time, literally, of Middle Earth. And the first elves went back to like, the non-heaveny part of the Middle Earth. She was with them. And so she's like literally like the oldest, like one of the, well, presumably there are others, but like I think she like predates everyone. I don't think Elrond was even there when they did that crossing. Or maybe he just never left, because not all the elves went west, but yeah. If somebody's watching this as a real like hardcore Lord of the Rings fan, I'm sure I upset somebody because I'm sure I got something wrong. But yeah, that's my.
Our apologies to Stephen Colbert.
Did this actually, like, what you want to call it? So did they say where this, like, how far, or not how far, but like where it takes? Is it?
Yeah,
is it another continent?
So
is it like?
I'm pretty sure the trailer showed. JD was right, because I don't know if you guys want to go that far back when we talked about the trailer the first time. JD was kind of right. I guess they're going to talk about the Celebrimbor.
Yeah.
It's going to be about how, like, I think he's supposed to be the audience insert. Like, in here, they're making him like he's just some random, like, kid or whatever. But it's clear, like, because he starts forging a sword, I'm like, oh, he's going to make the rings next. And, like, it's about, like, everyone, like, oh, Sauron's coming. And there's this cult of Morgoth who are, like, and the only reason I know they're called the Cult of Morgoth is because, like, once again, the Wikipedia mentions that they're the Cult of Morgoth. And I guess, like, they're worshipping Morgoth, who's dead now. Well, he's not dead, he's a god, so he just went back. But, like, Sauron comes to power, and they're all like, oh, I guess we're your people now. It's basically literally the rise of Sauron. And then that's when they make the rings to fight him. Or he makes the rings, or they all make the rings. Sauron's kind of like a Jesus-y figure in the first one. Not Jesus, like a Satan-y figure. Lucifer,
yeah,
whatever.
You might not want to get those two mixed up, Manuel.
Oh, I offended many more people by saying that. I can't believe I literally got like Lucifer and Jesus confused right now.
Yeah, of all
But I
people, that
mean,
I was just like, Manuel, they're like, this is totally opposite. He's just like, yeah, it's Lucifer.
I mean, he's sort of a Lucifer figure in terms of like storyline because like, oh, he's like, the true trickster. Like he's like this beautiful person at first, then gets everyone to trust him, and then he's like, haha, I'm evil, and they destroy his body, and that's when it becomes like they destroy his body, and it becomes like that thing that the bigger version, like the Morgoth version, and they destroy that, and that's when it becomes the eye. But
Mhm.
anyways, it looks good. Everyone go watch it. It comes out September 2nd. Give us money, Amazon. If we're promoting your shit like left and right. Also, I only know this because I've been watching 1984, like I mentioned earlier. But apparently, Amazon did a TV show or a miniseries, I should say more accurately, for I Know What You Did Last Summer. And I want to watch that next. And
Oh yeah, they did.
I don't know if it's good, but I keep getting
I
ads for it, and
wonder,
I want to watch it. Especially, it'd be nice to watch it in the summer.
is it because
It's a cruel summer.
is it because
Wait, I thought
okay,
April was
I
the
didn't know,
coolest month.
I didn't know what the pun was, what the
I
pun I
mean,
was
that's
trying to
what
get.
I was like, because
But
that body we threw in the river last year, Warren, we swore we wouldn't talk about that anymore.
Leslie is awake. She don't know.
You don't know.
Leslie's watching. She doesn't know.
Don't tell. We have to get rid of Leslie too now. Oh God, someone's really gonna quote that.
Leslie was the body.
The other day, I was really mad at Rose. Rose being a member of A to J, who's I think he's been on the podcast in the past. I can't remember if they have or haven't. They definitely been on Drink Talk Learn. But I was talking to Rose, and I was like, I was joking, but I was drunk, and I was like, they said a meme, and I was like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna kill you," and she's like, "That counts as a confession. We're gonna turn up dead now, and I'm gonna ruin your summer." And I'm like, "You motherfucker." If I ever say I'm gonna kill
Oh,
you and you really want to fuck with me, just offer, get yourself off somehow, or just fake it. Get a meat back. I don't know.
you fake your death like Tupac.
Oh my God, are we going there? It's funny because I have
He's
this
in
whole topic.
Jamaica.
Who's that one
My
rapper?
bad.
Isn't there a rapper that everyone says really is him? Well, there's a bunch, I'm sure, but there's one
There's
that
there's this Bong guy that has like a very strong cadence. It's kind of sounds like Tupac. It's kind of funny. Someone made a TikTok saying they're like when Tupac died and and his soul went into an Asian person.
it's funny because like, well, that's weird. It's funny because I didn't know this until like very recently. Like I found this out like last year, but apparently when Kurt Cobain died, everyone thought that the dude from Weezer, I don't know who the fuck his name is. I like Weezer, but I don't know who anyone's name is. Apparently, everyone thought that was him. Have you ever guys ever
What?
heard about that? And apparently, it was a
Nuh-uh.
huge thing. It was a huge thing, and people were apparently some people still think that, and like, I'm like, how? First of all, that would be a funny shift. Like, imagine like the person who did Nevermind is also the person.
Manuel?
Sorry, someone joined the Discord, and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Who?
What Discord was that? Sorry, someone joined the Discord, the A to J Discord. Hi,
I'll check. Keep
Terrence.
going.
Hi, Terrence Pryor. I'll wave
Oh,
at
look.
them live. I don't know if they're I'm not gonna say what. This is up to yourself if you want to like look it up. But whenever um seeing someone new now, I'm like, I wonder. I wonder if they found us natural. Oh shit! No wonder my internet's been a little weird. I've been running my torrents this whole time. Let me close those.
Manuel.
No wonder Manuel sounds like a robot sometimes.
I was gonna say if I've been sounding shitty, it's because I've been running my torrents. Oops. Um. See, I'm glad you joined the Discord. I was gonna say, like now, like because the stuff that happened in the past few days, I can't help but wonder if they joined naturally, if they joined because like they discovered us through the nonsense that happened the past couple days. If you don't know what that is, find out on your own. Wait, did I close the chat? No, I didn't. Okay, good. So, anyways,
Manuel, the name you're looking for is Rivers Cuomo.
Rivers Cuomo. That's quite. Is that his real name? I don't think that's his real name.
I mean, Cuomo's the last name. I know that. Rivers could definitely.
Really?
Yeah, it was the former governor of New York.
Oh, and that is his real name, by the way. Wait, no.
Oh, oh.
Oh, wait, that is his real name, though. What do you know? Because Rivers is such a. Why would you name
Yeah,
your
who would
child
ever name their
River?
kid River?
Well, of course, it's River Phoenix.
Well, I
rest in
mean, I've
peace, River
seen.
Phoenix. Hey,
Okay,
yeah, River's a dead one. That sounded so
talking,
nonchalant the way I said that. But
talking about this, my uncle's, one of my uncle's, I think his relatives, they named their kid Legend.
what?
Like Legend, yes. Even
weird.
I'm just like, what? Your name is Legend? I was like,
Hey, he can introduce himself by saying, "I am Legend."
I am Legend. I am Will Smith's
okay.
bomb of a movie. Was it a bomb? I don't think it was.
I mean,
I don't think so. They wanted to make a sequel to it, so.
My cousin and her boyfriend, who I'm not gonna name, either of them, but I'm doxing them anyway. They named their kid Nemesis because they thought that Capcom would send them like some sponsorship.
Are you serious? Did they? Did Capcom do it?
Nope.
Oh, of course they didn't. that's kind of.
So their kid is named Nemesis. I think Richie Nemesis. Oh shit! I'm not gonna say. But then his name is Nemesis.
There's this.
I think his middle name is Nemesis. So we kind of sat there and I was like.
And the weird part is that his middle name is after a Greek goddess.
Nemesis?
Yeah.
Nemesis?
Okay, it's not even that. Because the worst part is we all know that they named him after fucking Nemesis for fucking Resident Evil.
Yeah, made nearly 4 times its budget at the box office. Manuel, so I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Okay.
The more zombies. It's all zombies.
I mean, have you guys watched the actual, like, the new, the latest fucking Resident Evil movie was fucking hilarious.
Oh wait, is it a movie or a TV show? I'm confused because I haven't watched it.
No. Oh, not the Netflix. I was talking about the movie, not the series. Okay, the series where was it the Raccoon City one? The movie that just came out, right?
On Netflix.
No, not Netflix. The one that came out in theaters a few months ago. There's a movie, yeah.
No.
It was bad. It was terrible. It was so bad. It was good. But Leslie and I are watching the series right now. It's like kind of like a. There you go. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Welcome. That's the movie, right? Not
Welcome to. I've never heard of this.
It's fun. You should watch it. We died laughing. Like we were laughing so fucking hard. It's so bad that it's good.
He's just fucking it up.
For some reason, we're watching the actual.
No, it was an actual like movie. Like they fucked it. They fucked it up.
No, this is
they
live action. Like these people.
Yeah. They thought that they had a fucking series on their hand. Like not series but a trilogy of some sort. But I don't think it's happening. The CG was pretty bad. The budget was like pretty shitty.
I mean, I'm sure by Hollywood standards, it's a flop, but it made just under 42 million off a 25 million budget. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Hollywood's gonna be like, oh, that'd be nothing. But still, I can't believe this. I did not hear about this movie at all.
Oh yeah, you should watch it, Manuel. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
I think you'd have
brings together the first two games.
It's bad, but it's fun bad.
So basically, Resident Evil.
Yes, but it's like you give it. You think that they would actually like put some thought into a lot of this, and they don't. Just like and this have you watched the Netflix series yet?
No, it's funny because I saw a bunch of clips from it on TikTok after it came out.
A lot of teen drama.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if you and people, and that was the whole reason they were sharing it. Like if I saw those clips and nobody said they're from Resident Evil, I wouldn't have thought it was Resident. Yeah, like Riverdale or some bullshit. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, it's only like a teen drama for like a little bit, like the first I think two episodes or some shit. but it starts getting into more Resident Evil things, but it's not Resident Evil. The slightest. That's all I gotta say. That's because we're still watching it right now too. We were watching it just right before I got into the call.
Oh shit! I need to log on to your Netflix and watch it too. We'll have a watch party.
Hey, Manuel.
Yes.
I think they're charging for that now, so you better get to paying Warren.
They don't charge for it yet.
What? They overcharge people?
No, when you share, they haven't done it yet.
Well, I mean, it's only me, you, and then my sister, and then Leslie. But it's okay. Like it's okay right now.
Yeah, I think right now it's okay because both of you are in the same spot. But what was I gonna? And besides, depending on where they're at, I could VPN to fucking I mean, still different IP, but it's not like across the state. I could VPN to fucking NorCal when he goes back home. Like, what are you talking about? I'm with him. I'm across the street.
Wait, so how do they even like track this shit?
Through IP. They
IP addresses and like the location.
They can tell where you're at too. But it's funny because you can tell that other services want to do this too, but they're all just waiting for Netflix to do it first, so that
just
they
to see
get
if
all
it
the bad
flops.
Yeah, to see if they get all the bad PR, and it doesn't even matter what happens. Change your password. Don't change your password, Warren.
Change your password, Warren. Make Manuel pay for his own Netflix and stuff.
It's hilarious.
No.
It's hilarious that Wesley says that.
Be honest,
huh?
I don't remember what my password is anyway.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was
I changed this
long ago.
I did remember. I did talk about it. I remember like, what is this? What is my password? Remember that?
Yeah, you had to ask me for it one time.
I had to ask Manuel for my password because I couldn't log in.
And it was funny because like I had gotten the Fire Stick. I had gotten the new computer from JD, and then prior to that, there was a brief period where I was using a work laptop at home. And so I had to keep logging into his Netflix. Remember that, Warren? And there was a period where you kept getting notifications of me logging into a new device or whatever.
No, what happened? The other time was I was trying to use my fucking Netflix and it kept on saying that other people were on the goddamn Netflix.
That
and I was
wasn't me.
And that's why you changed your password.
Hold on, right before AX, like around the time Stranger Things was out. I could not watch Stranger Things, or maybe your sister was like having her friend watch it too, or something. I don't know.
It was me and Leslie, and then my sister was also on it.
Yeah, it had been because there was a time there was like a week. I mean, mind you, I tried like 3 or 4 times, not like a ton of times, but I tried about 3 or 4 times in the course of a week. And it was not happening. I could not get on any of the times. So I was like, I'll just wait till AX, because I knew I was gonna be in the hotel, and I like how
Manuel's just like, he's like, this is ample opportunity right here. This is this is like the optimal opportunity, because I know his ass is not gonna be watching while he's over here at the con. And he was right, because I will. Fucking
you gotta see the Vecna like live at AX.
Did you see the Vecna dildo?
Yes, dude, it's so funny because, like, mind you, like it wasn't like said like that, but like when we were watching it, first of all, I said this before, but I think Vecna looks like Swamp Thing. It was like a red version of Swamp Thing.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he does look like Swamp Thing.
But that aside, when we were watching it, there was this point when Molly had been saying this for like a while. I think she even said this before we were watching it. Huh?
Once again, no spoilers. I've only seen that episode.
This isn't a spoiler. This is about just his look. Molly was even saying this before we'd even started watching it, about how she thinks it's weird that like he doesn't have like all that scarry looking makeup all around his body. Like his belly is bare. His belly looks smooth. And she's like, it's just so weird because his belly's smooth. So she kept saying that throughout like the course of the watching it. And at one point, like Vecna starts like walking down the stairs or some shit, this really slow thing. And Molly like leans forward and she's just like play petting the TV where his belly is. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Molly?
It is
petting the Vecna.
Molly wanted a Vecna.
Petting the Vecna, the Vec belly. But yeah, Molly apparently likes his like bare belly or whatever.
Yeah, that is weird, huh? Everything is like cooked to a crisp except his stomach.
I mean, that's also the way Swamp Thing is. I think maybe it's just hard to put makeup there. That's probably exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure, like
Oh,
when you bend,
so he could like bend
yeah.
over. It's gonna fuck up the makeup.
Very famously, I don't know if you guys ever noticed this is about the original Batman movie, the Michael Keaton first one. Apparently he couldn't bend in that one. So like
Uh-huh.
he couldn't bend forward, he couldn't move his neck. So like whenever you see him, he had to look up, he would go do this. Like he would have to like bend his like body all the way back or
Oh,
all the way forward.
he,
Yeah. He's like, oh, look up. Like I'm too old. That hurt my back doing that. Oh, God.
that reminds me of like when I went to go to see Megadeth.
Why is
I
Molly
headbanged.
stroking the victim rally?
I like leave Molly
ahead.
alone. Oh no, I was just saying like I know that feeling like I was headbanging too hard, and then like at a Megadeth show, and then I just couldn't turn my body. I couldn't turn my head because my neck was so sore, so I'd have to like pivot my waist to look over to my right and left.
That's happened to me many times over headbanging, where it's like, oh, my neck.
You're like, please.
I was watching this TikTok yesterday or over the weekend, and it's been stuck in my head, like living there rent free. And it was talking about like it was this dentist who was saying how the patient and the thing she was doing the TikTok, she's like, is it true that a dentist can tell whether if you've like sucked a dick recently? And they're like, yeah, there's a certain like pattern of bruising, like uh that you can tell
What?
that some yeah. And I'm like, anyways, it just popped up in my head thinking
Fucking
about it.
lie.
That's I don't know if it's cap or not, but TikTok apparently says that I don't want to have that on my search history and Google it now, but supposedly, and I guess if somebody's like John Holmes out there and you're like going down hard, but I'm like, it would take if it's if it's back there, then it's like, anyways.
Okay, anyways.
It would take a vecna-sized penis to get that bruising, I think. And like then again, what if you just went gentle and you just didn't like let it go bam, bam, bam. Okay.
It's time to ask a porn star.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. It's like, but how common is that? I want to ask that dentist. I'm like, is that really like there were details that should have been asked that TikTok person did not did not go
but
through.
how can you tell? That's like that's impossible.
New idea for the Princess Bride remake: Uncle Ben Savage reading to Fred's kid when he's sick. No need for dad to what? Wait, what are you talking about? What does that mean?
Instead of having Fred Savage be like the dad reading to the kid, you have his brother Ben be the uncle reading to the kid, so dad doesn't have to show up.
That's weird. I read that really wrong, and let's just not get into how I read that. Anyway, it's funny because like we got really distracted. They also revealed all the new MCU shit. Did you see that? The fucking help me out.
Yeah.
What's the new Avengers movie called? What's the first one called?
The Kang Dynasty.
Kang? Who's Kang?
Kang the Conqueror.
Kang the Conqueror.
The time traveling, multiverse traveling conqueror.
Kang the Conqueror.
Also known as Immortus. I believe he's also Iron Lad.
This guy is. And then the other one was called the Secret Wars.
Secret Wars.
What annoys me is that I don't know if they're still going to bring Warlock into Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Like
okay, do you mean Adam Warlock or another Warlock?
Adam Warlock. Is there
Adam
another
Warlock?
Warlock?
Is in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Is there another Warlock?
I believe so. I believe there's a character just named Warlock.
Is he different than Adam Warlock, or is he another version of that?
Wait, is Secret Wars?
I'm looking it up, Manuel. Keep going.
They changed Secret Wars to Secret Invasion.
No, Secret Invasion is a different show.
Oh, then where's the Secret War? I don't see the Secret War put on here.
Secret Wars is the second Avengers movie coming out in November 2025, I believe.
Oh, that's kind of soon. That's way soon.
Oh, okay. I didn't. It doesn't show 2025. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay, I see. Oh, is that in Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Secret Invasion is the one with Nick Fury and Talos from Captain Marvel dealing with a renegade like Skrull invasion. And since they,
I don't know if obviously it's not in this phase if it's even happening. Or are they still going to bring back the gems or whatever? Are they going to have the Infinity Watch at some point? Because why bring Warlock now? Adam Warlock. Why bring Adam Warlock now? That just feels such a waste.
Yeah.
Or they're going to have the watch. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't know that. I mean, but Manuel, I just found out. Yes, there is another comics character named Warlock in Marvel Comics in the New Mutants.
Oh, actually, I know exactly who that is, actually. I know who that is because I was confused by that at some point when I was like, by the way, I love Adam Warlock. And by the way, what's even confusing is that his comic book by himself was called Warlock. It wasn't called Adam Warlock, his series. And I actually have a ton of Warlock back issues, both the Infinity Watch in the 90s and then the older ones from like the 70s and the 80s. And the weird thing is that the mind you, I think the movies kind of combined some of the part, like the Infinity Gauntlet that happened in the 90s and then the old Infinity War that happened in the first time Thanos came around. Kind of combined the two, but it still blows my mind that they somehow did that story without Warlock. Like, how can they have done that? Like, literally, how?
I mean, how could they have done it without Silver Surfer? He was the one who warned Doctor Strange in the comics, wasn't he?
But how did they find the Soul Gem? Okay, somebody's going to correct me that I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure, at least I'm sure it was, unless somebody's like, oh, well, they actually hinted at it here, and that was the Mind Gem. The Soul Gem was the first gem that was ever in the comic books, and he didn't know that there was more than his one, and that shows up because Warlock has it. They give it to him. He doesn't have it at first, but they give it to him at like after he fights those man beasts or whatever. They give him the Soul Gem that gives him the power to absorb. That's like his power, that he can absorb people's souls. And I'm like, how did they find the Soul Gem in the movies? That's a real question because I did not watch the fucking MCU movies.
I mean, Gamora was searching for it off screen to make sure that Nebula was looking for it like off screen to make sure Thanos didn't get it because they knew his plan.
That's wicked. Warlock is a character, son of Scarlet.
That's Wiccan.
Okay, yeah. Hulkian?
Hulkling.
Is that a Hulk? Huh?
I think it's Hulkling or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say Wiccan is the child. Aren't they both like? I don't want to say they're gay, but aren't they both like LGBTQ somehow?
Yes.
Like for children. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know about the other one. I know that.
Wasn't Wiccan?
Wiccan is because he's married to.
Yeah, to be fair, he's the only one I know. And it's funny because I don't know him because he's the one that apparently is gay or bi or whatever. But he's the only one that I think ever gets any screen time that I've ever heard. Anyways.
So back to complaining about minutia of the Marvel Universe.
No, because like the whole thing where Gamora gets killed, like where Thanos has to kill Gamora, that's from the first war with Adam Warlock is the one who finds her. And he actually takes her soul. Fun fact, he takes her soul before she dies. And I think in the comic universe, because spoiler alert, everyone ends up in the Soul Gem in that war, including Adam himself. And at some point, they find a way to get people out of the gem, and that's how Gamora and Adam and Pip. By the way, is Pip even in the movies?
Yes, he showed up in the end credit scene of Eternals.
Oh, fuck! Wesley told me that the other day. You're right. He told me that when I was drunk, though, so that's why I forgot. Because he's the only also Moon Dragon.
Moon Dragon hasn't shown up.
Okay, Moon Dragon's the one who's
missing
still. She's the bald girl.
Were they an original member of the Guardians?
They were original. No, they weren't in the first war. Pip was. Moon Dragon wasn't in the first war, but Moon Dragon is a member of the Watch.
Mm-hmm.
The first war, Pip is missing. By the way, is Pip still like fucking cigar smoking? Yeah, he's like, I'm I mean, I don't know how that's the way they talk, but he always had a cigar, and I'm pretty sure that now they would just probably not give him a cigar. I would hope not.
I
I'm
don't
not
believe he had
even
a
gonna.
cigar last time. He was just kind of fun, voiced by Patton Oswalt,
Yeah,
introducing
I'm not
arrows.
even gonna lie. This really tells you that that kind of marketing works because I remember thinking how kind of cool it was that he smoked a cigar as a kid. I'm not even joking with
Yeah,
you.
okay. You know that does make. Not gonna lie, even when there's like anime characters that smoke, I was like, oh damn, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So
Even though
it's
fucking
like,
gives you lung cancer as fuck. I was
Okay,
like, man, it
okay.
makes you look so cool. Yo, you look like a badass. But no, kids do not
I'm,
smoke.
So,
yeah.
so yes, Infinity Watch, something Adam Warlock, something.
Yeah, I'm looking this up. Yeah, Moondragon is not in the MCU, but obviously, by the
No,
way, 'cause you don't know who watches the eventually after after there was the Infinity War, I think that's what they call this technically. Then there was like the Infinity Gauntlet. I don't know if that was called
or
Infinity War
Crusade.
2 or whatever. Crusade, that's the word. Thank you. There's the Infinity Crusade. That was the second one. And that's like I think most of the movies kind of take from that. They take some stuff from the original. Warlock's in both of them though. But in the second one, when that one's done, Warlock Adam Warlock has a thing called the Infinity Watch where everyone watches over a gem. They all kind of like fuck. It's Drax, Moondragon, Warlock, Pip, and Gamora. And who's the sixth member? By the way, it's Thanos. But who's the sixth member? And no one knows who the sixth member is for like the longest time. And then it turns out that Warlock let Thanos keep the time gem. I can't remember which one. Like I said, I don't remember who has what besides the soul. No, Moondragon has time. I forgot what the fuck Thanos kept, but he's the hidden sixth member of the Watch. If you read the comic books, I just spoiled like half the series for you because they don't reveal that until like issue 40 or some bullshit. Anyways, they hint at it though, so yeah.
Okay, so
Spoiler
is
alert.
that was all I had to say?
Oh, yeah. How the fuck did they do that without them? That's
Kind
the
of
only
easy.
comic books I ever read was Warlock shit.
They changed.
He
Yeah,
needs
that's
his own
so
movie.
interesting.
He needs his own movie.
Adam
'Cause
Warlock.
yeah, his story, if you don't know it, by the way, and it's funny because they should introduce it now because it makes sense. His
He's in
story
Guardians
is,
of the Galaxy 3.
yeah, but his story is that he shows up and he has to fight this thing called the Universal Church of Truth. This church that's like spreading across space, and it's being led by this guy named the Magus. And it turns out, spoiler alert, this is a 50-year-old comic though, by the way. Spoiler alert, the Magus is him from
Yeah.
like another another timeline, like from the like so and I think it's the whole point, like he can't really kill himself. Or he does, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the Magus is him. He ends up leading the or another universe. Warlock does it. So this would be the perfect time to tell that story. And I'm like, maybe I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is telling that story, the Magus story. And if they
No.
are, then I'm sticking my foot in my mouth. But yeah.
No, they're fighting the High Evolutionary. It seems so. My money's on him having created Rocket and maybe
And
some kind of
doesn't
stuff.
the High Evolutionary give him the stone? Am I not making that up? I think the High Evolutionary is the one who gives him the soul gem.
I don't know the comics well enough, Manuel.
Oh, well, the High Evolutionary is the one that always kind of looks like Galactus to me, like Red Galactus, I used to call him. At least in the comic books, I'm sure he looks different now. I used to call him Red Galactus when I was a kid. Mind you, this was when I was really young. Let me look this up real fast. High Evolutionary, make sure I'm not just talking about the wrong character. Yeah, Red Galactus. Everyone Google him and you'll see what I mean. It's Red Galactus. Anyway, fun fact, at one point, like, oh, look, there's even one of the first hits is him, like, when giants walk the sky, and it's him and Galactus. But anyways, what's the chat saying? Still would have been before Endgame. Remember Adam would have been introduced a bit earlier, but James. Oh yeah, apparently that is true. Apparently, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 got pushed back because James Gunn got canceled.
Got fired. Yeah.
Because of all of his. For those who don't know, James Gunn used to be quite the edgy trauma guy back in the day.
Yeah.
And somehow he dodged that for decades. I thought everyone knew about that, but no, all that shit resurfaced. And I don't think he ever really said anything. I mean, I'm sure he says, I say that now that I'm going to cancel for like kind of defending him. But the difference is, what always bothers me is like, in his case, it really was a young James Gunn. I love when YouTubers get canceled for saying crazy shit. They're like, oh, that was a different me. It's like, bro, you were 30, you know? It's like, yeah, that was 5 years
Hey, it's
ago.
never too late to change, Manuel.
No, fuck it.
Yeah, Manuel, it's not too late to change, Manuel.
Okay, so yeah, In other MCU news, though, we got trailers for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, which will be the end of Phase 4.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And we got a first look at Namor.
Wait, Namor?
Yeah,
The
Namor.
Submariner?
The Submariner, yes.
I said
The Submariner.
Manuel, you're thinking back to your Subway days too much.
I actually do say, I've always said Submariner. I'm not even making that. It's like saying Submariner as in wiener. He has a sub-wiener.
King of, I think they changed it from Atlantis to Tlalocan. It's a Mesoamerican, like, fabled sunken city-ish.
Wait, is Namor Hispanic now?
Yes, he's played by, I can't remember his name, but his actor is definitely Latin American.
Namor. I can't. That was a bad attempt at an accent.
Fucking Manuel. Namor.
Hinocuerta.
I used to have a bunch. It's so sad because I threw away a lot of my comic books recently, because honestly, that is because I had to do it. Nowhere takes comic books. Like I didn't have anything rare, and these are the kind of comics that like they're '90s comics. They're literally like worthless. You buy them in bins for like 50 cents, and even then, comic stores can't get rid of them. So I literally had to reduce the number of comic boxes I had to get against the wall. You know what I mean to say? So it's like, okay, these 3 boxes have to go somehow. So like I had to throw away a bunch of comic books. I threw away. I used to have a lot of Fantastic Four and Namor comics and shit like that. And I threw them all away. My point is, I googled Namor and I'm like, oh, I had that comic and I threw it away a couple months ago. I did not really want to do that. But
that sounds about right.
Well, that's a little different because, like I said, that was literally I did not want to throw them away. It's just that I just didn't have space for them. That was literally a space issue, and no one wanted them. No one wanted comics.
Oh, that's true.
No one. I mean, to be fair, it is a thing. Like, I felt bad throwing them. I guess I could have just left them somewhere, but I don't know. I like to think somebody got them out of the trash. Anyway. I did keep all my Warlock ones. I should show those off one day because I have not to say those are also not worth any money. Maybe the 70s ones are, but then again, I read them as a kid and I wasn't really like too careful with them. But I had like a near complete.
It's all beat up.
Yeah, like I did take care of them as much as I could, but no, I mean I folded pages and shit like that. I was a monster. I took them to school. I got them taken away from me a couple times. So yeah, shit like that.
It's so weird that they took comic books away from you as a kid. Like,
I'm old, and when I was a kid, like in elementary school, when I was reading comic books, they had a resurgence in the '90s, like the early '90s, and I was kind of experiencing the tail end of it by that point, but like the mid '90s, and like X-Men was big, and like Fantastic Four was like the nerd version of the X-Men, and I was the even nerdier kid who liked.
That's true.
I mean, it is, and I was even nerdier kid who liked all the cosmic Marvel shit. Like, I would read I would specifically like reading the Infinity Watch stuff because it had the In-Betweener and the fucking the High Evolutionary and the fucking Watchers, and they were also in Fantastic Four. Like, I'm like, why read the X-Men? They're fucking fighting senators and shit. I fucking want to see them, like, you know. Fight Galactus and shit.
They just fighting for equal rights, okay, man? Yo, shit.
So much of the fucking X-Men is
too
like.
I understand. It's a lot of politics. I get it.
It's like Senator so and so is like banning mutants. But
Manuel's like, I don't want to fucking think about this. I just want a story to be told to me right now.
I mean, I was a kid.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it makes sense though. I mean,
there is some cool stuff going on cosmic sides most times.
He's a boomer. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And other announcements. We got another trailer for She-Hulk Attorney at Law.
Oh, did the CG get better?
Yes. It always gets better from one trailer to another to series. We got a confirmation of a Thunderbolts movie coming out at July 2024.
Thunderbolt.
They're basically the MCU version of the Suicide Squad.
That sounds stupid.
A new season of Daredevil with Charlie Cox.
Oh
yes.
Why is everyone excited by that? No, I mean, like, I'm not saying
I love Daredevil.
Is that an existing show?
Wait, yes. Did you watch it?
The Netflix one.
Did you watch it, Manuel?
No,
it's actually a lot. That's probably their better of the all that and Punisher are the better of all of the
Netflix shows.
Marvel shows.
Is it
Netflix shows. There you go.
Is it a good Punisher, or is it like the Punisher
It's
that the alt-right believes in, basically?
No, it's not about. It's not the alt-right believe. This is not the alt-right Punisher at all.
Who's never been the Punisher? Just FYI.
Exactly.
Yes, who's never been the Punisher at all. Which is fucking. I still find it fucking weird when people are just like, it's weird. I see like they have the Punisher logo with the skull and it's an American flag. I was like, wait, hold the fuck up. America fucked him. He didn't. He was never like, I'm an American. He's just like, fuck all these guys. They done fucked me up. They fucked me over.
Except Captain America. He's cool.
I'm pretty sure he's had several like restarts, but this might be a what if, because I used to love reading the what ifs about Punisher, because there were some crazy ones. But wasn't he a Vietnam vet? Wasn't he one of those Vietnam vets?
He originally was. Obviously,
obviously
he's changed with the times.
In the show, he's what? Is it was it
Afghanistan?
Iraq? Afghanistan? I think it was Afghanistan. Yeah.
But I think the point I'm making is that like I think that he was like that kind of vet who like comes back, like the Rambo type vet who comes back is all like, my country fuck my
the First Blood Rambo. I don't know about the other ones.
Exactly, not the fucking jingoistic Rambo 3 Rambo, but the First Blood Rambo comes back to town and nobody wants him around, So I think that was a plot point. Also, like some of the what ifs were crazy. It was like, what if the Punisher's family was never killed, which by the way was the catalyst in becoming the Punisher. Because by the way, that's why he doesn't like cops. I think the whole point was that the cops couldn't do anything to help him, which is very true. But anyways, apparently what happened in that what if was that like he didn't become the Punisher, but like his friend who was a cop became the Punisher, because like they like somehow the people who killed the Punisher family kill his family instead. So TLDR, apparently what the what if was saying was that like I guess all the Marvel alternate universes get a Punisher. Like somebody's family gets fucked over, and the police botch it bad enough that the Punisher gets made.
If it's not Frank Castle's family, it's somebody else's family.
Yeah, it's basically Frank Castle does not become the Punisher, but like his cop friend does.
Yeah. We also got a release date for Blade finally, November 3rd next year.
Oh yay! Nice. Yay!
That feels like it's been in production for like 8 years, and I'm not making that number up. It feels like it's been in production that long.
I feel like it's been
forever
since Mahershala Ali came on stage and announced it.
Because I remember the whole hubbub when everybody's like, oh, about Wesley putting Wesley Snipes back in. Yeah, and like I don't know how old that man is. Yeah, I don't know how old that man is, but like the last Blade movie, the first Blade movie came out when I was a child, so.
Yes, and
from. Oh,
was he in jail?
No,
for tax evasion, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore. That was a long ass time ago, wasn't it?
I just remember that. I remember he went to. See, that's gonna be me one day.
Fucking Manuel, no.
I'm gonna go. Well, it's not for evasion for me, but I guess it's all evasion when you're not paying. But yeah, this will be me pretty soon. It's like, hey, Wesley Snipes, what's up? Who was your lawyer, bro?
He's just like, I couldn't even afford him either.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I don't think any of us could have. That's the whole issue we're in right now. Anyways.
Oh yeah.
What other things?
Captain America 4 got its subtitle New World Order.
Is it Sam Phillip?
Yeah, it's Sam. Sam Wilson.
Wilson. Uncle Sam.
Yeah, he's an uncle.
I saw the meme where it's all like, yeah, he's Uncle Sam also.
And I forgot to say, Kang Dynasty is being directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who did Shang-Chi.
I've not seen Shang-Chi.
Oh, interesting.
I saw part of Shang-Chi because somebody was watching it, and I sat down and watched bits of it. But I don't know if it's because everyone thinks I'm a China. Well, everyone thinks. I don't know if it's because I'm a China.
Everyone knows you are, Manuel.
But everyone kept recommending me that movie. Like Molly recommended it to me like 3 different times, and everyone's all like, "Have you seen Shang-Chi? Have you seen Shang-Chi?" And I haven't. That's actually the movie I think I was telling Wesley. If you scroll way back up, Wesley mentioned changing the password. I don't know if he has or not, but I think he's still logged in my laptop. And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna go just load up your Disney Plus and watch Shang-Chi. Watch Shang-Chi finally.
It was actually like the movie was like it was better than I expected it to be.
I gotta.
So I'd
Honestly,
say to watch it. It's just it's cheesy and corny, but it's kind of fun. It's fun. I'd say it was a
honestly,
solid like 8.
yeah, I was about to
Like a
say, like,
solid 8.
honestly, like I found that I don't like a lot of the standalone MCU movies, like the ones that aren't very, very connected. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Daredevil is now GG's.
Hmm?
Because Daredevil is now GG's.
Oh, is it? Because like now it's all under the same House of Mouse. Uh, what what does kind of bother me about the new phase, or phase 6, or whatever the fuck, is that, and I guess it's the point because obviously Iron Man's dead and Captain America's there.
He's just
Sam Wilson.
old.
No, Sam Wilson.
We're
Captain
unsure
America.
if
Okay.
Rogers is dead or not.
But
It's never been confirmed or denied.
Sam Wilson.
But
He's just
all
old.
the movies seem like so like C-list heroes, and I'm like, who are these people? What are these titles?
Okay,
Why the fuck does why does Agnes have her own TV show? Agatha.
Agatha. Yeah, I was
I called
surprised
her
that she
Agatha.
got her thing.
Okay, Snacks, I just have one thing to say to you. First off, in this house, we respect the hyphen. It is Spider-Man, and no, he's not dead.
Spider-Man.
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 It's like Spider-Man. Like how they say Odin. I like it's like was it when Redman from if you guys know Redman, the rapper, he's just like his name is like literally Redman, but I think he said that at my kid's school they call me the guys they call me Mr. Redman.
Mr. Redman. Why are you late to this parent-teacher conference? I don't know why I say. But yeah, Spider-Man died. He died at the. Oh, he's not dead. Didn't they just erase him? Wait, they erased people?
No one remembers who his identity is.
Who he is.
I don't think, and I actually think no one knows who Peter Parker is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, he's just
He got
he has to reset. He has to reset his time. What do you do? So what do you do as a person that's unknown? What would you do?
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing again because like I saw it before through a bootleg. I didn't watch it in theaters, but like I keep seeing it on TikTok. Like the scene where this is a spoiler, but it's like not the plot of the movie, so I'm gonna say it anyway. And it's been out for a while. In the new Doctor Strange movie, there's a scene where Wanda kills the Illuminati or whatever. Well, the comic book Illuminati.
Oh,
And it looks so funny when you just cut that scene out of nowhere because she just straight up kills all these other superheroes like that.
Yeah, it's a slasher movie where she's the monster.
No, but
yeah,
it's especially she kills fucking Professor X.
I know. I was just like, and then when they fucking played the X-Men song, I was like, what? And then also I was like, oh no, he died. Like, rip. Professor X. I was like, I liked how he was like talking to Doctor Strange. He was like, I was like, oh man, they gave him that we could trust you. I'll give you a chance. Fucking goes out there and fucking dies.
It's like, no.
So did you ever see the someone made a meme? Someone was just like the Illuminati and shows them, and then it has like in the next panel under it says useless, but it's all in the Eternals font.
Oh, I never seen it. No, yeah. For the record, if you watch the new Doctor Strange movie, by the way, the one where Spider-Man gets erased or whatever, that's No Way Home. But the new Doctor Strange movie, that's not a big plot point. That's just like, well, I guess it kind of is, but that's just what happens in the middle of the movie, basically.
At least we know we have X-Men now.
Yeah, basically the Illuminati are like, oh, we have to kill Wanda, and she's like, haha, bitch, you thought.
Yeah, she really did. At first, I was like, "Oh, I think they're gonna be able to stop her." I was like, "Damn, they all got fucking wrecked."
And then you remember, wait, if they stop her, there's no movie at that point.
Yeah. And it's funny because like Reed Richards,
I know, right? I was just like,
Mr. Fantastic is one of the people, and everyone was losing their shit because it's like, oh my god, we have a Reed Richards, we are the Fantastic Four. But I don't know if it's a joke or not. I don't think it is though. Apparently, everyone was saying, because I think that they pretty much admitted, like, Jean, what's the fuck's his name? Patrick
John
Stewart.
Krasinski?
No, Patrick Stewart. Everyone's saying that that's a cameo. Like, if they ever do the X-Men, it probably won't be him again because, you know, he's older and they want to do their own thing. So I think they said everyone in that Illuminati were cameos, including John.
Haley
Like, we're gonna
Atwell
get
and who plays Maria Rambeau. Those were both
that's
reprised
her.
roles,
Yeah,
but they were
that's-
alternate versions of them.
So yeah, apparently.
And Black Bolt was also the one
Who's
from the
Black Bolt?
Inhumans show.
Wait,
The
they
leader of
got
the
somebody
Inhumans?
from the Inhumans show on there.
Yes, they brought in Black Bolt from the Inhumans show.
It's funny because
Yeah,
I recognize him in the
he-
movie. I recognize him from the movie getting his
Damn.
ass killed, but I never seen the Inhumans.
He didn't even get his ass. He done. I'm not. Are we gonna wait? Can we talk about
Well, I
spoilers
mean-
here?
Well, we
Sorry,
were
it's
already
this long
knee
enough.
deep in this.
We already-
Warren, might as well go.
Oh, okay. That fool fucking killed himself.
Well, how is he supposed to know he's about to lose his
look,
mouth?
And in his defense, okay, I would have did the same thing too, because I was like as soon as he died like that, he's like I that look that he gave, he's just like, what? And I was like, oh okay, I would have been like that too. I've been like, huh, the fuck? I would have asked one out loud too.
Oh, that's a good movie. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like that. Okay, I liked the movie
Did
for
you
what
not
it
like
was.
it that much?
No, I didn't like it for the reason other people didn't like it. I didn't like.
Oh,
I didn't like the Scarlet Witch character, even though I know that's the way, kind of the way she is in the comic books. So they always took some liberties, but that's pretty much how she gets. But like, I just didn't like that character, and I actually liked Wanda before this. So I'm like, oh,
yeah, like her and WandaVision was really like cool. Like, yeah, this one, like, to be honest, I was like, yeah, you were kind of like, I was like, this is not. I know you're irrational right now, but come on, you can't be that irrational.
Hey, never doubt the power of someone who's been corrupted by an
Well,
evil
that's true.
book.
Oh yeah,
and
never.
really
Oh yeah,
won-
never mind. She
and
got
has
corrupted
lost
by
a
the
whole
book too.
lot of stuff.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. Fuck you, Manuel. You're wrong.
Yeah, it's evil book plus trauma. Never a good idea.
oh, and it brought what the fuck's her name?
America Chavez?
Yes, I know. I like how you knew exactly.
Oh,
what I
America
was
Chev.
talking about.
Yeah.
No, she was a good character. That's what I meant to say. She was a good character in that movie. Who and she was oh, I'm not gonna be able to say her name anyway.
Yeah, I can't. I know her name.
Yeah.
I can't say it because I know it's.
Yeah, I don't want to offend anyone, but she has just a name like an it's not indigenous. What's the word? I'm looking for? I guess it's
Indigenous?
indigenous. She
Yeah,
has
that's
a
fine.
culturally specific name. There's an X. It's Hispanic, but it's like
So, according to Wikipedia,
Shakti?
it's pronounced like Sochi
Shochi.
Gomez.
Okay, Shochi. I apologize. We
apologize for messing this up. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How do you say it? Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm gonna
Oh, yeah,
assume
that's
she's
different.
somewhat. I'm gonna assume she's somewhat my people, and that's not just a Mexican thing. I also mean because I mentioned this before, but my grandmother on my dad's side was a native,
You said she's
an indigenous person. So I'm gonna assume she's one of my people too. Not my people, like it's in like saying. Okay, I'm gonna shut up because I'm just.
Yeah, man, shut up, keep going.
What Manuel's
Manuel,
trying to say is that Manuel, you are also indigenous too, and you're
Yes.
and she's part of your people due to
Yeah,
to that.
my-
There you go. That's what you meant to
Yeah,
say.
Yeah, my grandmother's name from my dad's side had a name that we couldn't pronounce, and honestly, I asked my mom what it was, and her maiden name was even weirder. She's my grandmother. I can say this, but and I just remember that like we all we just called her. We never refer to her by her name, like not even like attached to the grandma part. Yeah, because we all couldn't pronounce it. Anyway, it was a good movie, except I thought they kind of massacred Wanda's character. I think. I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion. I was not offended by the gore and the
Yeah,
the
that
horror
was
movie
fine.
aspects. I didn't care about that. I thought it was funny when they killed everyone kept getting their ass killed. Um, it felt so pointless though because like even though like presumably these other worlds are now fucked right now. I just like there weren't that many deaths from the actual what is it 616? I don't know. I forgot what the fuck
Yeah,
the numbers are.
616 is the one used for the main Marvel Universe MCU at this moment. I think technically in the comics it's like 199999 or something like that.
Yeah, because apparently that's the reason why the Spider-Man, well, Spider-Man's the same, but that's the reason why the Mary Jane isn't Mary Jane. Which minor spoiler alert. Like I think most people.
Manuel,
missed.
it's been known since the end of Homecoming.
Oh, was it Homecoming when they announced this? I must have missed it there. I don't remember where I heard it from. To be honest, I watched even Homecoming. I watched it like last year. So oops. But is Homecoming the one with Mysterio?
No, that's Far From Home.
Oh, so
Yeah, that's Far
Homecoming
From
mentioned.
Home.
Anyways,
No.
isn't-
Mysterio says it's 616 in Far From Home. I thought you were talking about like how Michelle is MJ or the MCU version.
Yeah,
That's from the end of Homecoming,
Oh.
where she says like, "You
She's
can."
not
My
married
friends
yet.
call me MJ.
What the fuck is this? 616. 616 is also wait, is that 66? 616 is not the night market.
626 is the night market.
But before we wrap up, I want to mention this. I really need to mention this. Now, in Infinity War, Doctor Strange meant. I like how we mainly just talked about fucking MCU for the last half of the show. But I like. Didn't Doctor Strange mention that Thanos won in most of the other universes, or is that just timeline?
Well, he won in
Yeah,
everyone except one.
In like 14,625 something timelines.
So how many? You would think that if Wanda, was leapfrogging, she would have came across Thanos like controlled world like all the time.
Yes, but Manuel, that was when there was only like basically one timeline, or like variations of one timeline within a certain amount of degrees of like separation. And so after like Loki, everything got broken into multiverse problems. Yeah, we've talked nothing about the anniversary of Beta J on this stream. You know that?
Oh, well, you know what? Let's wrap this up with the anniversary stream. By the way, this is hi Terrence Pryor. Or I'm not sure. You're the one who joined the Discord earlier. They're the one who joined the Discord earlier. I remember that because I made a big point to stop the show to mention that they were joining the Discord. Remember that?
Yes.
But yeah, Ada J's 8th anniversary. Isn't that insane? And also, I gotta look at the date exactly, but I think it's in early September. But it's almost UPC's 5th anniversary, which is just as wild to me. That this show has been around for 5 years, and Ada J's been around for 8. 2 hands. It's been a wild 8 years. Warren, you've been here for most, like a good chunk of it. You've been here for at least like 6 of the years, I think. Gosh.
Well, me and Leslie started dating around 2015. So yeah.
And I met you like 16-ish, I think. Yeah.
Like 2016, that's when we actually became friends. Dude, it's been that long?
Yep. We're old.
Holy shit, dude. You know why? Oh no, everything's starting to homologize. Homogenize. Sorry, I kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it's okay.
Homogenize. But yeah, it was. Holy shit, it's been that long. Even like even doing all the streams with you, it doesn't seem that long when you think about it. It's like, oh fuck, it's been like, fucking 2 years, almost 3 years now.
Today, this is episode 179. When we did episode 100, which by the way was technically like 130 because we used to do like stupid shit back then, like with number episodes like halves and quarters. But when we did episode 100, that was during the pandemic. So we're about to hit 200 and we're still not out of the pandemic, like, fully. So it's crazy to think about that too, the time lost there.
And how it only took us like 2 years to do that. It's like you had someone come in who could help you make the show regular.
Also, yeah, to be fair, also back when UPZ was the pre-100 episodes, we went to a lot more events, and like it was almost always the rule of thumb that we didn't do it like before and after an event. So there'd be some summers basically where we'd have like 3 episodes of the summer, and like we would take like 2 months off, like December and January basically for the holidays. We were stupid. We were stupid. Question of the day: what is the funniest anime you've ever seen?
Yeah, I keep forgetting to change it. I'm sorry.
It's been that for 2 weeks, JD. Come on.
It's been that for like a month, honestly.
But yeah, thank you so much, Terrence Pryor, for Terrence. Can I call you Terry? I'm just kidding. If I can, then just stop me now, because otherwise I'm gonna keep doing it. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. It's funny because actually I had in a note I was gonna tell some stories, but honestly I've told most of the stories. Fun fact, I'll just say this real fast. When AJ, the July 22nd anniversary was when prior to July, like earlier in July, earlier before AX that year, 2014, my then girlfriend and I decided that we were going to start a website to not making this up so we can get the concert free. And I say this now because that's definitely not really why we do it these days, but that was the whole point. And flash forward to like after AX, we broke up. And meanwhile, like some of the talks had already moved, that we had some friends getting involved. So I got some other friends involved, and we like, yeah, let's do this. And we basically had a bunch of loosely connected blogs and YouTube channels that we all had. And it wasn't until November that we started the A to J site, or I started the A to J site more specifically. So yeah, that's why there's such a huge gap between the July anniversary and the November anniversary. Because every so often when I mention, oh, November's when the site launched, like, what the fuck were you doing for like 4 months or 5 months? It's like, well, you see, we had like 3 different blogs that were separate that everyone ran separately, independently. Then we had a fucking 2 YouTube channels, and yeah. Anyways, that's the story. And that's why the site looks the way it does to this day, because when we started the site, I just brought all the blogs onto the site, and even though they've lost most of their names and branding, that's why everything's separate. It's not just one feed. So you could blame that and us being boomers and not changing it. If the site looks ugly to you, you could blame Molly because she designed it actually. So blame Molly.
Thanks, Molly.
Bye, Molly.
She's too busy petting the Vecna belly.
Rip.
Vecnusty. But yeah, support us on Patreon, patreon.com/A2JConnections. Shout out to Ed, Kenneth, and I apologize, I forgot your name. Malkut. Maka. What's his name? He has a weird as in Ravuf. There it goes. Yeah. By the way, Malkut is the name of like an old god that's in this song called Hippie by Hawkwind. Anyways, I don't know why that came up to my head. Oh, it's Leslie. We all got quiet here. Leslie, he muted it.
Go, you go, come get stuff. You say hi to Leslie. You see, Leslie's just a white, a blue.
It's on Leslie's arm.
Leslie's a spec. She is a poltergeist. Hurry
she
up,
had blue hair. Oh no, she has. I thought she has a blue shirt. I thought she had blue hair.
Leslie, you have to punch me, Leslie. You're a poltergeist now.
Anyway.
No, you're being mean
okay. So Manuel, what's going on this week?
Oh, so tomorrow we're gonna be playing some Wild Arms. Hopefully,
we might if I make it home and on time. I'm driving back home tomorrow. I'm not.
Oh, you're not. Oh well, honestly, we might.
No. I am driving back home tomorrow, but it depends on how fast I get to get home.
I can fill in if
we'll see what happens
tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you can fill in.
We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll talk. We'll talk. Follow us at. If I update the thingy by noon, then we're doing it. If not, then we're not doing it.
Just announce it on Twitter tomorrow, Manuel.
If I leave by noon, I could probably get back home like at 5:30.
Also, but Friday, you guys are finishing up the thing, right? Friday's drink talk roll.
Yes, Friday should be the last session, unless they fucking don't go through.
You act like this is such a straightforward thing. I've watched you play games.
Yeah, we didn't
mention. Sorry.
I didn't mention it earlier, but this isn't gonna. This probably won't, and I probably won't even be like a manual thing. But Janet does like a mahjong thing on the weekends. It's technically on Friday, but it's early on Friday, like because she does it in the afternoon, but afternoon like in Central Time, so it'll be like early afternoon here. And we might start doing like a mahjong round on Fridays as well. That's not confirmed, but just throwing it out there. If anyone's interested, we might random mahjong.
Should be mahjong Mondays.
Honestly, it should be, but like
we need something on Monday, Manuel.
Yeah, I'm down for mahjong though. It's only because it's already happening, and technically, it's a lot of the A to J members in Texas already doing it. So it's like we could all just jump in there. Yeah, and I have
like in what way in like online. The real mahjong way, or just playing mahjong?
Real mahjong, as in
Like
like
with the
not
points and
Rishi.
all that shit.
Yes, not
Yeah.
Rishi mahjong,
Oh.
not the like the gambling, like the Hong Kong version. The you know, the one all the Asian casinos have. Anyways, tune into that. It won't be for money. Obviously, it's for bragging rights, shit like that. And also, I don't think we could play for money because that's illegal. But anyways, peace out. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Tuesday we'll be back. Hopefully, Nyaru will be back on. If you don't know why she's on tonight, find out on your own. But yes.
Damn. It's like that now, huh?
Well, I mean, like.